All right, guys. People are tired of being lied to. That's all there is to it. I have been watching the news this morning, social media lately. Oh boy, we're in trouble. One topic keeps coming up, and that is everywhere. The allegations of election fraud, especially here in California. It's out of control. Investigations, questions about ballots, concerns about what's going on. Nobody's saying anything. We're still, let me just adjust that, we're still counting ballots out here. It's been 6 days since the election. Anyway, we're going to get into some of this. I just want to say welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. I want to say we on this channel talk about life over 50, anything and everything that's going on. And today I'm a little overexcited because of what's going on out there in the news world, the political world. Not my normal topic, but I went ahead and wrote a letter here so we could stay, a little less emotional, because this will get me a little going. Excuse me. So yes, this will help keep the tangents down here. So over the last 15 years, guys, I have gone from being a Democrat over to being independent, to leaning, pretty much mostly to the right on a lot of things, most issues, in fact. Not because I was forced to, told to, or whatever. I just saw what was going on, and here in California we pay a lot of money for certain things, and I see nothing happening, just kind of self-observant, looking at what's going on in the world. And I don't have the answers, and I get things wrong. I'm not perfect, so I do change my mind on things. If there's evidence and things out there to help me understand, definitely. What I try to do is use common sense and ask questions, do my own research when I don't understand something. I think that that's what a lot of people are out here doing right now, is really asking the questions why things are the way they are, and what is happening with the money and the things that aren't getting fixed that they say they've been working on. They're not necessarily, looking for someone to tell them. People aren't looking for people to tell them what to think. They're looking for truth. They're looking for honesty. They're looking for the accountability, straight up. So if you want to understand why so many people are concerned about the direction of California is heading, you got to go outside here. You got to get out of the tourist areas, visit parts of LA, visit parts of San Francisco, talk to the people, and listen to the people who are actually living here. I have friends who live in Oakland, California. It's the East Bay area, just across the bay from San Francisco. At one point, I'm sure it was considered one of the highest crime rates probably in the U.S. But it is still a big city full of opportunity. I have friends who live there, and they live in what they consider a decent neighborhood for Oakland. And they're the same age, like a little, our age group, Gen X, and so like many of Gen Xers, we like to go out for maybe a Sunday morning walk. That's one of the things they do. And for a few years now, they started playing a really dark game called, guess how many broken car windows there are on our walk today. If you think about that for a minute, what should be a pretty peaceful Sunday morning walk becomes, a running count of property crime. And it's, just overlooked. Nobody cares. Call your insurance. Nobody takes a report. They don't care anymore. It's really sad, and it's just awful. I don't know how people can, stay in that environment, but there's a lot of things that keep us in the places that, maybe we aren't thriving the best that we should, but we all have our reasons. So, and that single story doesn't prove everything people are concerned about, of course. No way could one story cover everything. But it explains why people start asking questions and why people are starting to pay more attention. You know, when you walk down your street and there's, you know, 50 something cars and 28 of them have smashed out windows of one type or another, or some of them all the windows, who knows, some of them are missing tires. Jeez, you know, it's just how it goes on a daily basis. And I don't think being the American citizens and the amount of taxes that we pay, we should look like that. But so, sorry, get back to my letter here. So you may agree with those concerns, you may not, but at least understand, you know, why people are talking about them. There are a few things I will stand for always, and that is children should be protected. Elderly and the vulnerable and our veterans should be protected. Freedom of speech should be protected. People should be free to ask questions without being attacked for asking them. I'm going to read that again. People should be free to ask questions without being attacked for asking them. And regardless of political party, wrongdoing should be investigated and addressed wherever it exists, no matter what. If it's wrong, it needs to be investigated. So I think people are tired. I think people are tired of division. I think, you know, tired of spinning on your heels every 5 seconds of you know, what's coming out next and what's not being told and what is being told and can we rely on it. You know, tired of wondering who's telling the truth. It's time for something different. And I don't know how to make that happen, but it's time for honesty. It's time to ask questions. It's time we think for ourselves. You know, one person, one struggle, one step closer to the truth. If every person is out here asking the questions and fighting the struggle and getting closer to that truth, then maybe we have a better chance of making this a little bit better in the world instead of harder, more stressful, and more full of uncertainty. Just my thought. Anyway, and if you're Christian or, you know, religious, you know, and would like to say a little prayer, you know, our country could sure use it. So anyway, you guys, on a little lighter note, thank you for letting me get that out. But I want to talk about, if you guys are interested in doing YouTube, I have a great coaching program that I go to. It's under the Skool, Skool, and it's Common Sense Methods with Kevin and his wife Michelle. They are awesome coaches. They're on YouTube every single day. I swear, I don't know how they do it, but they're on here every day posting multiple videos of things that are helpful, tips, how to grow your channel, how to start YouTube, how to make thumbnail, I mean, anything you need. And we have group sessions where we all get on a live stream and chat together, and it's a great community. There's approximately 200 people in the community. Everybody's super helpful, super supportive. So if you guys have ever thought about doing YouTube, this is a great way to get into YouTube, because you do have that backing, that support, and the people that are gonna be out there on your channel watching your videos and supporting you, which makes you feel good. So other than that, you guys, I didn't have much else for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. It's the beginning of the week here, so with that all being said, you guys have a great rest of your day. Leave a comment down in the chat, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.